What's going on, family? Hope everybody's enjoying their weekend. Just wanted to tap in real quick, share a couple lessons, man, help you guys out a little bit. Uh, Wanted to say I appreciate you, family. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining every day. Thank you for hitting that like button. Without further ado, let's get right into it, man. Not going to hold you guys long today. Just wanted to tap in and share a couple lessons with you. Something that has helped me along my journey and growing and progressing as a trader. So, number one, just wanted to say, it's important along your trading journey to not have a bias, especially when we trade the way we trade, right? The way we trade daily. So it is very important to not have a bias of the market when we're trading, when we're day trading like this. It's very important, man, for real. It'll save you guys a lot of headache in the future. It's gonna save your capital. It's gonna help you out with the good opportunities that are playing out, right? It's gonna help you. It's gonna help you minimize risk. It's gonna help you with all of that good stuff. Not having a specific bias in the market. And what I mean by that is just expecting the market to go up, or your emotions, saying, like, letting your emotions get the best of you, meaning like you think that the market's going to go up today, or you think that the market's going to go down today, you think the market's going to crash, you think the market's going to is going to rip, whatever. It's important to not have a bias and go into every single trading day as a new day, and seeing and watching what the market has to offer. There's no point in trying to front run a move to the upside or front run a move to the downside. There's no point in that. We want to trade with the trend. The trend is our friend, right? We want to trade with the trend. If the market, is going up, we ride it up. Simple. If the market is going down, we ride it down. And that's the way we got to look at it. It's very important to not have specific biases going into your trading day, because for one, you're going to miss out on opportunities. Number two, you're going to be trying to force a trade, and forcing a trade is never a good thing. Forcing a trade is going to set you up for losses. We're not about that. We don't want to do that. So stay away from that, because it's important, man. It's important to not have a bias when we're trading like this, and to just go with the trend. And also, trade, like I said, man, we trade with the levels that are in front of us. We trade with the charts. We don't trade based off of any specific, crazy news that is going on. Of course, if crazy news is going to be a catalyst to, to either push us higher or push us lower, so paying attention to the news is a good thing, but it doesn't always necessarily mean that, that your bias is going to happen, right? I mean, just stay away from the bias thing, because it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna mess you guys up. You're gonna miss out on opportunities. You're gonna, go in with more risk. You're gonna try to force a trade on something that is not even gonna happen. Like, you're just setting yourself up to lose. So it's important to go into every single day as like a new day, a fresh start, and just seeing what the market has to offer. Number two, you don't have to trade every day, all right? If there is no setups for you, like specifically, if you take if you take my levels, right, and you go try to apply it the next day, if you don't see a setup that you like, if something is having trouble, breaking over a certain level or something like that, or whatever the case might be, right? Don't ever just, don't ever just go into the market thinking that like, oh, like, we have to do this or it has to do that. It's not. Just go into the market with a fresh stance every day and just trade the levels. And like I said, if you don't have a specific setup, like if a stock doesn't look good to you, don't trade it. Don't trade it, man. Stay away from it. We don't want to over leverage ourselves in plays that is just unnecessary. We don't want to do that. So if you don't like a setup, don't trade it, period. You don't have to trade every day, you know. A lot of people get caught up in that, you know, trading every day and trying to hit a home run every day. It's not about that. It's not about hitting home runs all the time. It's not about hitting plays every day. But you don't have to trade. If the market is going into the day, you know, looking very choppy and is not doing nothing, then obviously we're not trading anyway. Why? Because we don't trade chop. You know, chop equals losses and higher risk, and that's what we don't want. You know, we trading when you get into a trade, it should be easy. It should be easy. Like, you know, you should ride it to one level to the other, you know, to either the upside or the downside, one level to the other, or, you know, the bottom level to the top level, whatever. But we trade the levels, you know. If you don't see a setup, don't trade. You know, it's going to save you a lot of capital. It's going to save you a lot of headache and you know, emotions in the future. You know, don't do it. So don't have a bias in the market when we trade the way we trade, and don't take a trade if you don't like a setup. You know, you don't have to trade every day, guys. You know what I mean? You can take your profit, like, you know, say you profit $200 in a day, or $500 in a day, $1,000 in a day. You don't have to go and trade the next day and think that, oh yeah, I'm gonna go for another 1,000, or I'm gonna go for another 500. Like, relax. You know what I mean? Relax. Take some time. You know, digest everything. Go over your plan. You know, see what you did right on the day with trades. See what you did wrong. See what you could improve on. I mean, this is all part of the game, you know. So don't don't have a bias when we trade the way we trade, and don't take a trade if you don't see a setup that you like, period. You know, you don't have to trade every day. Be smart, be diligent, and manage your risk, man. Manage your risk, use a stop loss, all of the good things that we always talk about on this channel, that I'm always going to keep preaching, because it's so important. That, like, this game is, you know, it can be stressful at times if you don't have all these things together, right? If you don't collab all of these things together, it is hard at times. It's tough. It's mentally challenging. It is all of these things, right? So we want to just make sure that we're doing everything correctly, and that we're doing everything based off of a trading plan that we have came up with for ourselves. And it's so important, dude. So yeah, man, just wanted to tap in with you guys with that gem, you know, with that lesson. And that's pretty much it, man. Just wanted to tap in real quick with you guys. I've been doing my research. I've been doing my due diligence, and we're going to bring some hitters for this week. So if you guys are ready to make some money this week in the market, drop a heart in the comments, man. And let's get to the money this week. I love you guys, man. I appreciate you as always. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I will catch you guys tomorrow, and I will be tapping in with the levels that are the stocks that we got for this week, and the levels that we're going to be crushing and dominating. So with that being said, man, again, I love you guys. I appreciate y'all, and we out.